These are offerings to Ratu Kidul, the goddess of the South Seas. On a nearby cliff top, we found a more modest offering, wrapped in banana leaves. And the men who had made it. They don't settle for making gifts to her once a year, but every time they go to work. Understandably, for theirs must be one of the most dangerous professions. They seek their livelihood in the very embrace of Ratu Kidul, in a cave at the bottom of this cliff. They've inherited the right, passed down through hundreds of generations, to gather the wealth of the cave, if they dare. They're collectors of valuable birds' nests for bird's nest soup. From here, they must make their way in under the overhang, along precariously suspended bamboos. Then they must drop into an incoming wave to be carried into total darkness. Getting out is more difficult, as one of them explained to Lawrence.
He told me how he had misjudged the tide a few years back. He'd been trapped in the cave for 35 days. He lived in total darkness, like an animal. He ate live swift hatchlings and dung grubs, which taste like their diet. The conditions were the same again today, and it had become too dangerous to get inside. The fishermen do more than just make offerings to Ratu Kidul. They go to some trouble to listen to what she has to say about them. At the rite of the leaping horse, back in the village that afternoon. It started off calmly enough, but almost immediately they were going into trance. Possessed by the spirits of the celestial horses they rode, they were soon eating horse fodder with apparent relish. They were observed closely and brought out of trance at the slightest sign of being possessed by the wrong spirits. I thought it was all some kind of mass hysteria at first. It seemed rather chaotic and disturbing. Then a few of the older men went into deeper trance, helped by the incense. We were told that Ratu Kidul might speak through one of them, with her view of their offerings and the coming fishing prospects. Suddenly, he's no longer a horse, but a monkey. He begins rubbing himself with burning coals. He starts to speak the words of Ratu Kidul. She would give them plenty of fish that year, but take a few of their sailors.